Hi, all you amazing, beautiful human souls out there. Today, I want to talk about something that affects every single one of us, not just politically, not just socially, but emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. Because somewhere along the way, dehumanizing each other started to feel normal, and it shouldn't. Martin Luther King Jr., we honor him not just for his courage, but for his clarity. Dr. King said, "I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed." That creed reminds us that all humans are created equal, but equality doesn't live in speeches. It lives in how we treat each other every single day. From a daily perspective, this isn't about being perfect. It's about being conscious. Every day we wake up with small choices. How quickly we judge, how we react when someone disagrees with us, how we speak when we feel triggered. Peace doesn't start in governments. It starts in nervous systems. And this is something many voices today are reminding us of. Brené Brown teaches that dehumanization begins where empathy ends. Jay Shetty reminds us that compassion is a daily practice, not a personality trait. And Don Miguel Ruiz teaches that judgment and assumptions are the root of unnecessary suffering. Different paths, same truths. We are allowed to disagree. Disagreement is human, but dehumanization is a choice. When we stop seeing people as human beings and start seeing them as labels, opinions, sides of or enemies, we give ourselves permission to harm, not always physically, often emotionally, socially, psychologically. That's not strength. That's dysregulation. A healthier mindset begins when we slow down enough to ask, am I reacting or responding? Because reacting comes from fear. Responding comes from regulation. You were never meant to destroy your mental well-being to belong. You were never meant to abandon who you are to be accepted. You have purpose exactly as you are. And when society forgets that, burnout rises, anxiety rises, disconnection rises. This is why dehumanization isn't just a social issue, it's a mental health issue. If we continue in the direction we've been going for decades and decades, a direction fueled by division, fear, and forgetting our shared humanity, we don't just fracture society, we fracture ourselves. Dr. King understood this when he said, "I have decided to stick with love. Hate is too great a burden to bear." That's not just moral wisdom, that's psychological truth. Hate is heavy, love is regulated, and every day we choose what we carry. So I want to leave you with a few questions, not answers. What would change if today you paused before you judged? If you paused before judging, listened without preparing a rebuttal, spoke to someone like a human instead of a headline, what would it look like? Choose curiosity over assumption, boundaries over bitterness, action over violence. How might your inner world shift if you practiced seeing people as human first, starting with yourself? And what would happen if we put more kindness, regulation, and empathy back into the universe, one ordinary interaction at a time? Because this is where we will all either choose to walk consciously or continue to walking blind. The dream isn't outdated, it's urgent, and it starts with us every single day. And that is the message for today. Let's start being kinder to ourselves and each other. Let's start thinking about what we have to say in a way that doesn't break and shatter us as humans. Let's remind ourselves that we are humans first and we have our own thoughts and opinions. Let's find safer, kinder ways to change the world for the better. As always, I'm sending you so much love and so much light. Till next time, bye.